Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Have we got a good one today, ladies and gentlemen? I actually just finished like a Zoom call grad school interview and I looked really cute and I was like, let me talk about this book real quick. Let me sit down and confess my love of this book to you guys. I'm talking about none other than People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. So, something must be wrong because every romance that I've picked up lately, I love so much. I don't know if it's because like I have a good taste in romance, you might say, or I've just been lucky, but I swear every single romance this year has been chef's kiss, amazing, perfect. This is no exception. This is my first Emily Henry read. I actually never read Beach Read because I heard kind of bad things about it. I don't know. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I just never really was gravitated towards it. And so I saw this one for April's Book of the Month choices. And I said, why not? I kind of was in the mood for something fluffy. So I picked this up. So let's talk about it. So we follow Poppy and Alex. They are opposites attract. They are sunshine and rain. They are everything opposite in every way. Okay? Okay. So we pick up on 5 summers ago, and that's when we're introduced to their friendship and we see them on a vacation. We basically follow them on like 12 years worth of summer vacations. So we start with 5 years ago and we see how they interact. We see how Poppy is super quirky and outgoing and loves adventure and fun. And we have Alex, who is a little bit grumpy, a little bit likes to just like read books and stay inside. I think I can definitely relate to both of them in many different ways. And what I love about this book is I was rooting for both of them. Like, I loved Poppy. I thought she was so fun and relatable. And I also loved Alex. And they're just a match made in heaven. Anyways, we'll get there. So start out 5 years ago, they're on this vacation and we see them interact and how it's like a brother-sister interaction. And then we hop to present day. So it's present day. Poppy works for this like Instagram like rest and relaxation kind of company where they basically pay her to go on vacations and then she writes about them on her blog or something, and that's kind of her life. And she's living in New York City, and current day she's feeling really unfulfilled and knows that like she's not actually happy. She's gained all this success, but she knows that she's missing something. And we learn that 2 summers ago something happened between her and Alex and they're no longer friends and they haven't talked at all. And he lives back in Ohio, maybe back in their hometown, and something happened 2 summers ago and they don't talk anymore and you don't really know what happens. You can kind of guess, it's kind of guessable, but we get there eventually at the end. But anyways, so we're in present day and someone asked Poppy like, why aren't you happy? Like, you need to find whatever used to make you happy. And deep down she knows that it's Alex. And so she kind of makes this plan to invite him on her next vacation so that they can kind of reconcile and be friends again because they're like soulmates, like platonic and otherwise. She knows that like he's her best friend ever. Then we start going back 12 years ago where they met in college at like freshman orientation, super awkward. Neither of them really vibed with each other because they are opposites, and so that was fun to read about. Then we go back to present day, and then we go back to 11 summers ago where we see them constantly going on vacations together every summer. The earlier vacations definitely started as like poor college students, like they had nothing and they just made the most of like everything that they had on these little vacations, tried to be as cheap as possible. And then as time goes on, each summer vacation kind of gets more like bougie, and then she gets this job and she takes Alex with her on all these like really extravagant vacations because the company is paying her. We see them go to like amazing places. Of course, reading that now is like so fun because we can't go anywhere, so I loved that aspect of it. Poppy has wanderlust, so does everyone else in the world right now, so I loved that traveling aspect. And so through looking back at each vacation, we see how their relationship forms. You know, they both go through major life changes. Poppy drops out of college. Alex has this on-off again girlfriend named Sarah, and she's like the worst. They keep breaking up, and you know, they're there for each other through all of these huge moments. And then in the present day, we see Poppy reaching out to Alex, and there's always this kind of tension. So she actually decides to invite him on this vacation that her company is not paying for, but she's not gonna tell him. But she kind of bribes him to come to Palm Springs for his brother's wedding, or I guess like he invites her, I don't really know, but they end up going to Palm Springs, and she's trying to make it feel okay and not awkward and like old times, but he is not really into it at first, and then there's like sexual tension, and we see like how much Poppy cares for Alex and just wants things to be back to normal, and there's a few arguments there. That's where I'm gonna leave it. No spoilers. There were so many cute moments where I actually stopped and like said, "Aw," like that kind of mush. And by the end of it, I was crying. I've never cried for a romance before, so that's cool. Like I finished and there were like tears in my eyes, and I just like held it, and I was like, that was so cute. Like, okay, I guess I'm just, you know, a romance gal now. I thought it was really good. If you like romance in any way, like you will like this. Like I never thought of myself as a romance reader, but it's not like too steamy at all. It's very readable for anyone, honestly, and I just think it was so well done. She writes the characters in such a lovable way. And like they also have their problems that you want them to work out, but you're rooting for both of them, and you're just there for their relationship. You just see it sprout into something so beautiful. And it deals with like real life things. I heard that Beach Read was dealt like with a lot of hard stuff, I think. This one I didn't get those vibes very much, but I mean, it obviously deals with like losing a friend. And were there more deep things? Am I just kind of zoning out from the deep things and just focused on how cute it was? Maybe. Loved it. It very much, their kind of relationship reminded me very much of Eve Brown and Jacob from Act Your Age. Eve Brown that I just read, they're kind of the same vibe, like opposite. I don't know what else I can say about this book. I think it was really cute. It was also just like a really quick read. It's really nice to read about other countries right now. Highly recommend. Look how cute it is. I'm loving this like orange green vibe. I think it's so pretty, and I think you guys should definitely check this out. It just gave me everything I was looking for, you know? And like it wasn't perfect, which I also liked, because I feel like other books I've read are like too easy for them to work out, but this one, they had some obstacles, and it was nice to see like how they overcame them. You know what I'm saying? Also, Poppy just like finds herself realizing that like why she has been so miserable is because she like has stopped meeting people, and like what she loved so much about traveling was like getting to meet other walks of life and like be off of social media and stuff. And so that's like kind of where the title came from, like people we meet on vacation, like that's something so important to her. And I loved that revelation for her. I loved her growth. I loved her self-realization, and just it all makes my heart very full. So I guess that's all I wanted to say. Pick it up if you want to do yourself a favor. I also think it's a really good summer read as well. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!